On today's video, Chiefs players have enough and Willie claps back with some trash talk of his own, but talk is cheap. So we're going to give you our hot takes and our game predictions for Chiefs versus Bengals. Stick around.
What's happening, Chiefs Kingdom? AllChiefdup back at you. It's one day closer to the AFC Championship game at Arrowhead Stadium. The Cincinnati Bengals have been talking lots of trash all week. Their players, their fans, everybody's been talking trash. But Willie Gay, he finally clapped back a little bit, didn't he, Mike?
He did. They asked him what was the most impressive part of the Bengals offense, and he said nothing. He wasn't quiet. He just said nothing. And that one word has sparked an entire outrage.
Yeah, I don't understand it. The Bengals have been talking mad trash all week. They've even gone as far as Eli Apple to drag in the DeMar Hamlin situation, talking trash to the Bills, and then he's been talking about trash about the Chiefs. The fan base has been going crazy, calling Arrowhead Burrowhead. But Willie Gay says nothing impresses him about the offense of the Bengals, and it is the end of the world.
Yeah, we even have the mayor of Cincinnati calling Arrowhead Burrowhead, jumping on the bandwagon and being a complete tool. And Willie says nothing, one word, and you would have thought it was the worst trash talk in the history of the world. But again, it's like everybody's completely forgotten or didn't even pay attention to the Bengals talking trash all week. Nobody seems to pay attention to anything they do. So maybe their fans are right. Maybe nobody cares what the Bengals do, and they're just starting to get kind of irritated about it.
Yeah, when I saw the people's reaction to Willie Gay and talking about how the Chiefs were just talking trash and they needed to be humbled and they'd been crazy, I was just looking at it like,
what the hell? Quite ridiculous. So let's go ahead and move on, man. Talk's cheap. We've said it time and time again. The game has to be played on the field, not in the media, not on Twitter, not in the locker room. It's time to do some hot takes. Steve, I'll go first. My first hot take for the week is the Chiefs defense will hold the Bengals to 24 points or less. I think our defense will come out. Willie Gay has spoken now. Justin Reed kind of got exposed last time he talked, but I think our defense is going to turn it on. I think it's going to be a defensive kind of day for the Chiefs, and they're all going to play for Patrick.
Right. I'm right there with you. My hot take is going to be from the defense. I'm going to say that they're going to hold Joe Mixon and P. Ryan under 80 yards total for the game. So there's a hot take for you.
Is a hot take. I'm going to give one more hot take, and this is the defense as well. This is a defensive kind of day, it looks like. I'm going to say Chris Jones not only gets his first playoff sack, but he gets two on Joe Burrow, and he's going to have 2 sacks. Chris Jones, stone cold, crack open another Rolling Rock on the sideline there, stone cold.
All right, let's jump into some game predictions, man. We've been talking about it all week. Everybody's super excited for this game. Mike, what's your final predictions on this game coming up, man?
Okay, man. Yeah, yesterday we picked that we both thought the Eagles would take down the 49ers. So we're going to get to the most important game of the week, Chiefs versus Bengals. It's going to be a hard-fought game. I'm telling you. Again, I think it's going to be hard-fought. Last year, I think it was 27-24 Cincinnati. I'm going to go ahead and say the Chiefs win this one. It's going to be really close. I want to make it more than one score. I really do, because all this talk has to fire the Chiefs up. But at the end of the day, I'm going to say it's 2 good football teams. It's going to be a close game. I'm going to say Chiefs 24, Cincinnati 23, a 1-point win for the Chiefs. I'm going to give Mahomes and Burrow over 260 yards and 2 touchdowns apiece. I think the difference in this game is going to be Isaiah Pacheco. He's going to get that extra touchdown on the ground, and our defense is going to come through when it counts. Chris Jones is going to seal the deal. Chiefs finally get the win and go on to another Super Bowl, Steve.
All right, man. I got the Chiefs taking this one 38-31. That is with 4 passing touchdowns from Patrick Mahomes and a rushing touchdown from Isaiah Pacheco, who, once again, I think is going to be a key in this game. I think he's going to be a key to winning it. He's the little secret sauce, the 7th-round pick, coming out here making the difference this year, and I think that's how it's going to be, man. Defense is going to have to show up. I think they could hold them to less than 31. I really do, but that's what I'm going to stick with, 38-31. That's just the most respect I'm giving to Joe Burrow and the Bengals, man.
Yeah, well, we both know that Joe Burrow's good. We've said it all year. Joe Burrow's good. The Bengals are a good team. But again, it comes down to the Chiefs at home, all the talk. I think Arrowhead's going to be rocking. They can't continue to just play lights out versus the Chiefs, and the Chiefs can't continue to play horribly in the second half versus the Bengals all the time. Something has to give. And yeah, I think this is it. I think this is the time the Chiefs got to win. And again, if we can't pull out the win, we didn't deserve the Super Bowl anyway. So it's on the Chiefs. Sack up and get the W.
Right. Well, that's my thing about this whole entire thing. Over the last year, they've won 3 games against us. And the sad truth about it, and no Bengals fan wants to admit, I'm not taking away from the Bengals being a good team, but the Bengals have played lights out in every game, and the Chiefs have yet to have a good quality, all three phases playing good game against the Bengals. It's always the Chiefs falling apart. And yeah, some of that can be contributed to game planning and the defenses that the Bengals are throwing out there and stuff like that. But when it's all said and done, the Chiefs have not had a good game against this team, and they've only lost by 3 points every time.
At some point, as we've said, the Bengals have been on a hot streak. Sometimes that runs out, and sometimes pride is the downfall. And the way they've been talking this week, if the Bengals was to come out and have a little bit of a flat game and the Chiefs are fired up, it could get out of control pretty quick. Again, I don't think the Bengals are a bad team, so I don't know if it'll happen, but I think it'll be close. But I do think it's time for the Chiefs to get that W. And if they can't do it, good Lord, it's going to be a long offseason.
And that's going to wrap up this quick little video giving our game predictions. If you want to see more on what we think about the Chiefs and Bengals matchup, make sure to catch this video right here. Make sure to get in the comments, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the bell. It is game time, brother. It's time for the Chiefs to sack up, show up, and shut up the Bengals.
An Arrowhead, baby, not Burrowhead. That sounds like something the fans do to Joe Burrow quite often.
Yeah, Burrowhead sounds like what Jamar Chase gets in the locker room after bailing out Joe Burrow all game. We can't put that in.